Parkinson's disease is probably best known for the tremors and the memory loss that it can cause. 50 to 60,000 new cases are diagnosed each year in the U.S., and some 5 million people suffer from it. News 8's Martha Kolaski introduces us to one family here in our area who is dealing with Parkinson's and learning to live well with a frightening diagnosis.
Nice thing about a three-wheel bicycle, you're more aware of the neighborhood.
These days, you'll find Jerome Bogey pedaling through La Crosse's neighborhoods.
You go slower, you get time to look around, see the yard.
A retired radiation physicist credited with overseeing the construction of a cancer center in Eau Claire began noticing changes in himself about 3 years ago, things that puzzled both himself and his wife, Pat.
There were so many symptoms. We used to walk together every day, every morning, and he couldn't keep up with me anymore.
And Jerome started noticing other changes too.
Problem sleeping, balance.
And more troubling to Jerome, who had worked at several Wisconsin hospitals over 30 years, was the fact that his memory wasn't as good. The diagnosis, Parkinson's disease. And although Jerome and Pat were relieved to have a diagnosis, they wanted to know more about what to expect. So Pat, a librarian for nearly 40 years, started to do what she does best, research.
Oh my goodness, that was probably the first thing that I did, was tap into the resources the library has. And we have a lot.
Arming themselves with more information and joining a support group has helped them put the diagnosis into perspective.
It's not the end of the world.
And Jerome knows that the most important thing he can do to take care of himself is staying active.
And it's just being out in the fresh air and seeing things come to life that you create in the garden.
Jerome tries not to focus too much on the things that he just can't control and has a pretty simple philosophy too.
We come in young with a tricycle, we go out with a tricycle.
In La Crosse, I'm Martha Kolaski for News 8.
So as you can see, Jerome and Pat are taking this diagnosis in stride. It's not easy, but making adjustments to your lifestyle as things change is crucial to keeping your quality of life. A lot of you might remember Pat as a past Mrs. Oktoberfest, and in her speech she said, "I'm not much of a beer drinker, but I sure can polka," which brings me to this. A way to support research for Parkinson's disease is an event called Polka for Parkinson's. It's coming up this Saturday, October 4th, from noon to 8 p.m. at the Moose Lodge on Ward Avenue in La Crosse. Tickets are $10 at the door. It features the Polish Connection Band and Squeeze Box with Ted Lang and Molly B. And News 8's Martha Kolaski will be there to MC this year.